Hare Krishna, श्री श्री राधा माधव अष्ट सखी की जय। पंचतत्व भगवान की जय। रजपुर जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय। नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। Hare Krishna, warm welcome to everybody for this morning's Japa Yagna. Firstly, I thank all the Japa leaders on behalf of my leader that they came in, performed their service nicely. And so let's move on to the second part of the program, which is sharing of Bhagavatam, which is the, the best thing apart from doing Japa Yagna. Now, because you have done Japa nicely, and if you hear Bhagavatam, it's a fantastic start for the day. So let's do a very short kirtan and then I'll continue the protocol. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Dhiravanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Gandharvika Giridhari Gandharvika Giridhari Gaura Hari Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Ananta Dev Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Ananta Dev Nittai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Srila Prabhupada ki jai Patit Pavan Gurudev ki jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamutiraet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Reading from Canto 1, Chapter 8, titled Prayers by Queen Quinty. We are reading today the verse number 49. Okay. If someone can repeat after me.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Baladvija Shrunmitra.
Baladvija Shrunmitra.
Pitra Bhartar Guru Dhruva.
Pitra Bhratar Guru Drha.
Name Syayan Niryan Moksha.
Name Syan Niryan Moksha.
He api Varsha Varsha Yutaha Yutihi.
He api Varsha Yuta Yutihi.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Word meaning and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Bala, boys, Dvijaha, the twice born, Shuhat, well-wishers, Mitra, friends, Pitra, parents, Prataha, brothers, Guru, preceptors, Droha, one who was killed, Na, never, me, my, Syayat, there shall be Nirayat from hell, Mokshaha, liberation. He, certainly, Api, although, Varshaha, years, Ayuta, millions, Ayutahi, being added, millions and millions, that way. Translation. I have killed many boys, Brahmanas, well-wishers, friends, parents, preceptors, and brothers. Though I live millions of years, I will not be relieved from the hell that awaits me for these sins. Purport, a very small one. Let's just read it. Please attentively hear. I request everyone. Whenever there is war, there is certainty, a massacre of many innocent living beings, such as boys, brahmanas, and women, whose killing is considered to be the greatest of sins. They are all innocent creatures, and in all circumstances, killing of them is forbidden in the scriptures. Maharaj Yudhishthira was aware that these mass killings, aware of these mass killings. Similarly, there were friends, parent, and perception on both the sides, and all of them were killed. It was simply horrible for him to think of such killing, and therefore he was thinking of residing in hell for millions and billions of years. Okay, so. Right? So we shall discuss this. Okay, but before that, I'll thank my leader for giving me this opportunity for purification for myself. And let me seek all the prayers of my Guru and previous Acharyas. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Ananjaya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Can someone see that? It is muted. Okay. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gada Mahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuda Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrijatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalitan Shri Vishakhanvitamscha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंद गोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जय पताका स्वामी नित्य नामिने Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, verse 50. Bhalat Vijay Shrunmitra Pitra Bhrata Kuru Druha Name Sayan Niryan Moksha Hi Api Varsha Ayutahi. I have killed many boys, brahmanas, well-wishers, friends, parents, preceptors, and brothers. Though I live for years, I will not be relieved from hell that awaits me from all these sins. Hare Krishna. So, we've been in one of the nice chapters. We've had some very interesting conversations, verses. Now we have reached the end of this chapter. Practically another 50, 51, and 52 only. another three shlokas only. And then we get into an even better, the passing away of Bhishma in the presence of Lord Krishna. Wonderful chapter again. So, so what we can understand from the previous verse also, if you really see, which I had the opportunity to share. So there also he was talking of ahome pasyata jnanam ajnanam. So he was talking, oh, I am most sinful. See my heart, which is full of ignorance. This body, which ultimately meant for others, has killed many, many. So he was in the mood that for just for this temporary body, such a mass massacre was being committed. So if you see the general mood of Yudhishthira Maharaj, he's more on the lamenting, out of you can call it a little anxiety, bewilderment, all this. But all this is done by the Supreme Lord. That's an arrangement of the Supreme Lord. Okay. Otherwise, do you think such an exalted person like Yudhishthira Maharaj would be in this position? Would he be lamenting? Would he be telling that, oh, I'm feeling so sorry, I've killed many boys, Brahmanas? Okay. So you can understand the mood of a Vaishnava from this. You know, he is always a paradukka dukhi. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, though, he was an Ajata Shatru. Okay. So the good part about this um, beauty about Pandavas is that, you know, uh, uh, the Lord is always thinking about them. Okay. So here it's the other way around, right? Pandavas were such an exalted devotee that Lord is always thinking, okay, that is their qualification. Huh? How can I use is all these people? He wanted to use the Pandavas and to teach a lesson for the entire world. First, it was Arjuna, right, who was initially saying, "I will not. I'm not wanting to fight." Right, and you all know that he spoke the Bhagavad Gita and he asked him to be the Nimitta Matra, right? In fact, Arjuna was and Yudhishthira was in such a mood that, you know, you just give us the small, we'll even do begging, but we will not fight. That was the, you know, mood they were in. But Krishna forced them to, right? Because it was simply his desire. And because he wanted to uphold dharma, he asked them. So Arjuna and Yudhishthira Maharaj simply followed that mood, right? So here he's talking today about what earlier he was talking about children, Bala, right? Unless they are given the samskara, they do not have the discriminating power, right? Children are very innocent. When he is talking of twice born, then he is talking about well-wishers, friends, right? So, woman, as per Shastra, you all know that man has to see everyone as a mother. That way, and you need to protect the mother because in one of the Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, I think, there it says Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, and you know, Atiti. That way, mother is the first guru of every living being. It's very heart touching, you see. For him, how he can kill a guru, how he can kill all these elders. It's very sinful, he feels, right? In fact, it is saying that even if you are in an egna, and if Atiti comes, you're supposed to get up and serve them, right? Now, whenever we say this yagna and you're supposed to serve the existing one, what comes to our mind? Who did the mistake of not getting up, even though Krishna and Balarama were asking for the foodstuffs, right? It was the Brahmanas. They were very busy making the yagnas. They refused to partake. They said, no, 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 we are offering to. But if you recollect, the Brahmana, what did the Brahmana Patnis do? They simply collected all the foodstuff and they were willing to give it, right? So they knew that he was the Supreme Lord, and that is their first, and they have come as Atithis, so that you need to first attend to them. So the mood is very important. So practicing devotional service means this is the kind of mood you need to have, right? So moving ahead, the war happened. So, do you think actually, very surprisingly, Duryodhana was taking care of the Praja very nicely. Food and shelter was all taken care, right? So then Yudhishthira Maharaj is now thinking what he did was right or wrong, right? Um, and here, I was hearing to one lecture, and they're referring to what Rishabhadeva's discussion. This is in fifth canto, fifth chapter, right? So there we saw that in that place, it's in the discussion, in that particular verse, it was written, one who cannot deliver his dependence from the path of repeated birth and death should never be become a spiritual master, father, husband, mother, or even a worshipable demigod. So, so keeping that in mind, see here Duryodhana was ready to fight. He was not even aware that it is the Supreme Lord, the other side, right? Um, Actually, Duryodhana, if you see, he was in a palace, but he was constantly unhappy. He was always thinking, what is the Pandava doing? He used to come now and then, try to give some trouble. Whereas though the Pandavas were in the forest, they had a very simple life, but they were very happy, right? Why? Because most of this time they spent uh, uh, with the Supreme Lord. Okay, and though these two positions, I mean, if you compare Duryodhana and Pandavas, who is glorified? Simply, all the time it was the Pandavas who's been glorified, right? Why? Because the mood of Yudhishthira Maharaj was always like that, upholding dharma, being straightforward. He just did not have enemies. Somebody like that. I mean, whereas if you compare Duryodhana, envy, hate, how you can say, Duryodhana was such a, uh, if you have to give an examples, if he had if he had some particular item one, and somebody else had five, that is fine, right? Dvesha, you need to get that. But here, even though Duryodhana had five of those and the other person has one, he was such a person that why does that other person has got that one? Even that one he shouldn't have. That was a mood. Like, I won't give a height of enviousness. Huh? That was a horrible mood of Duryodhana. Uh, and if and that too, being a king, how can anyone else progress under him, right? So no wonder he was being called Suyodhana. And you all know that he tried to kill Pandavas heartlessly. No, I mean, all the time he was only planning to destroy them. Okay, that was his kind of mood, and he's he displayed that everywhere, right? So whereas as in comparative to Yudhishthira Maharaj, the mode of forgiveness, always the mode of helping others, completely surrendered to the Lord, right? Um, and like I said, Lord choose the Pandavas. Okay, they were the chosen one to perform all these pastimes, right? Um, Everything Lord did was through, I mean, showing the entire world was through Pandavas, right? So whether it was Bhagavatam, whether he was sharing any other message to the world, right? So in a way, now he's showing his anxiety, bewilderment. See, this bewilderment also, uh, it was like when all this was happening and when he was lamenting, everybody was trying to, it was Vyasadeva tried to convince, it was Krishna also tried to convince Yudhishthira that, this was the right thing to happen. See, Krishna externally was trying to convince Yudhishthira. Internally, he did not want Yudhishthira to get convinced. Why? You all will know in the future, because he wanted to glorify another devotee. He wanted Bhishma Pitama to speak to him, to the entire Pandavas, particularly to Yudhishthira. So that is the, like yesterday, day for yesterday, Gopal Krishna Prabhu was saying, right? Um, he said something like in the beginning itself, whatever your plan is, it will not happen. So something like this in this case here. So it was, though he was lamenting, right? Even after making him a ruler king, he was worried about 1,000 people have died, those kind of things. But the truth is that Krishna internally did not want our Yudhishthira Maharaj to get convinced, because he was waiting, right? Before that, who all tried to console him? Vyasadeva, Bhaumasura, and Krishna, all of them did that. But truth is that Krishna had some other plan for him, right? Uh, so here he kept, as I said, he kept blaming himself for such killing, right? Srila Prabhupada had written, writes, right, in that purport where Rishabhadev's discussion was there. He quotes this words, Yat karosi, yat asnasi, yat juhosi dadasi, yat tapasyasya kaunteya tat kuru addarpanam. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, or as well as austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering to me, right? That is the kind of mood we need to have towards the Lord, right? Um, we have seen um, as a bhakta, okay, what we need to do, always everything is to please the Lord, right? How the Brahmana Patnis did it, right? Bharat Maharaj also left his mother, Bali Maharaj, Shukracharya, you can quote. So, bhakti, you need to have these three things. The bhava should be the seva bhava, the bhavana should be the samarpana, that is your surrender, and the shotra is that I need to be a right sadhana. As a sadhaka, what is that we need to do? Have the right attitude, right? We need to have this humble, surrendered attitude. Spirituality is based of this attitude. So, if you have the right sadhana, the right attitude, then we will develop a good sambandha. Okay. Then with that good sambandha, with the association of this devotees, slowly, like Gopal Krishna Prabhu was saying, the moment we see a devotee, we should get excited, we should get happy, right? That is the way we have our association. Again, association means just not staying with them, asking them, seeking, revealing your mind, taking all the solutions from them, and then that is when your association will be fruitful, and your sambandha will improve. That way, if you have the right attitude and the right mood, you will ensure that there is no other wrongdoings, there is no anarthas, all those anarthas will go away, right? So you remember that Prabhupada, I mean, at some time it was more of the quote is more like, we need devotees, but happy devotees, right? That's a very important key note here. It's not just being devotee, happy devotees, right? Uh, no duplicity. Keep it simple. The way you need to have no duality, we need to be transparent. Only then we will grow from this level. So we need to develop the mood of the Pandavas, at least Yudhishthira Maharaj. She was so well known for, right? He was saying, I'd rather go to Hin. See, what is he saying? I'd rather go to hell for the sin created. Now, he's the king for the whole world. But still, his mood is that, oh, this has happened because of me, right? Um, so I recollect Srila Prabhupada used to tell this story that, once the priest went and spoke to the coal mine people, and like what you're doing, this enjoyment of going to women, wine, you'll have to go to hell. Okay. So they were asking, what is hell? Then the priest has to tell, it is full of dark region. And that's when these people, that's what they work. He said, back down there, it's also full of dark region. Then, so finally, I mean, the priest had to tell them in a materialistic way. Sometimes all the materialists cannot be, you cannot use a spiritual solution to them. Then the priest told, there is no television there. There is no, that way entertainment. That is when said, no, 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 no. Then we are not happy to go to hell, right? So that way, some people are not even aware that there is hell. There is definitely a reaction to all their deeds. But here, Yudhishthira Maharaj, though he's done everything dharmic, right? He's he's thinking in this manner. Now, Lord, of course, Lord is decided, as I said, Lord has decided that he could have easily, do you think it's not possible for Supreme Lord to convince Yudhishthira Maharaj? He purposely, you know, externally does tries, makes an attempt, but internally he's already planned. Oh, Bhishma Pitama is going to, counsel him and give, he is that way he would glorify uh, Bhishma Pitama too. So that is his plans. So he was, so obviously Bhishma is so happy to see all of these people, though he fought on the wrong side, Adharma side, and he was in the such a position. He was very happy to see the loyal Pandavas in the royal attire, and finally the like the kingly dress, and then he had an opportunity to counsel them, right? So the mood is to, I mean, what I was trying to say is that we need to develop the mood of forgiveness, right? Haridas Thakur had the same mood, right? Even Jesus Christ had the same mood, not to hurt the people who were sent to be beaten by him. He was begging to forgive them, right? That is the mood all our acharyas had. That is the mood of Srila Prabhupada, the sacrifice mood, the way he was being friendly, the way he showed love and affection to all of them. Do you think otherwise I mean, they had such immense faith and affection to to Srila Prabhupada, all the Westerners. Okay, that is the same mood which our Gurudev. Okay, such a merciful mood. Just tell me who in this entire world gets up every day and says, I want to pray for all my initiated devotees, sheltered devotees. That is the mood always our Guru Maharaj is having, right? So we need to develop all this mood of Pandavas, especially Yudhishthira Maharaj, who was always dharmic, no matter what. He would not compromise on the dharma, right? So that way we need to change our qualities, forgiveness, develop the mood of forgiveness, not to trouble others. Okay. And that way we would progress spiritually, right? So it is not just enough that if you are a sadhaka, if you're doing your sadhana, but you need to develop these qualities, meditate on these qualities, read about all these people, okay, especially Yudhishthira Maharaj. He's outstanding. Any instance you see in Mahabharata, Yudhishthira Maharaj is perfect. There is not a single time he's. In fact, once I recollect, Krishna Prabhu was mentioning that I think there was this bell outside their house, right? So if someone had something was wrong, they could come and drink. So there were some brahmanas who had come and met him, and as such they were always giving cows, gifts, various things. So he asked for something, and I think Yudhishthira Maharaj said something like, I'll give it to you tomorrow. So Bhima had gone and started ringing the bell, and when everybody came and asked what happened, he said, no, my brother has conquered death. So he came back and said, I never said anything like that. So Bhima then kind of reminded him, oh, but you just now told the Brahmana that tomorrow you will give. Are you confident that will you live till tomorrow? I mean, it's like you are trying to tell that I've conquered death. So that is when he immediately realized. He said, no, I made a mistake. Sorry, I will immediately give that dana, dakshina. So he gave away that cow the same day, right? So that was what I am trying to say is even Beam was trying to follow that level. So imagine then he being the eldest, right? So we all must inculcate that same habit, the same mood, especially at least the mood of our acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, and our Gurudev. That way we can definitely progress in our spiritual spiritual path, right? So these were the few points which I could get from this small verse. So I request others if you can add anything for this verse, and needless to say, if I made any mistake, please do pardon me. And add other points too. Hare Krishna, Grancharat Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So if you have any doubts, any sharing, you please come soon.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu.
Yes, Malini Mataji.
ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ Guru Maharaj pray for every shelter and initiated devotees. This is actually daily he is praying, and we are very very grateful, and we are not remembering that at all.
Yes, that is the kind of parampara, Mataji. That is the beauty, the speciality about our Gurudev, right? Every
Always.
single day he meditates on all the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada, and despite doing all that, he's always got time. He's always got time to go there in front of the deities and pray for all of us. Just imagine where are these kind of souls in this current society? Somebody telling, give all your pain to me, give all your sins to me, and I want to take you back home. Such pure souls, such pure souls. No wonder our seniors have always said, the moment you see these sannyasis and things, we just have to leave everything and fall down. They are all amazing souls. Every single sannyasi, not just our Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, all of them are in there, but he's special. Always Gurudev is special for us. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for
Whatever
that.
all of that you have taught is really really amazing.
Yes.
And ಇವರು ಭೀಮ ರಿಮೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುದು, ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಕಾಂಕರ್ಡ್ ಡೆತ್ ಅಂತ. This is also amazing, Prabhu.
Yes,
Amazing point.
that is the level they were in, that entire Pandavas.
See, so many things we will do tomorrow.
We'll say we'll do it tomorrow. Yes, that itself is wrong. If you have decided to give a charity, do it right then. So anyway,
Very
that
good.
they were of the top quality, Madhuri. Yes. Anybody
Very
else?
good. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, thank you. Anybody
These
else
are very
quickly?
nice.
Can you come, because it's 6:45? Any sharing, any learnings from this? Anything which you liked? Any doubt? Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Vijita Mataji.
Prabhuji, we see that Yudhishthir Maharaj, although he was, acting under the direction of Supreme Lord, he was aware that this is not good to do mass massacre. Sometimes we in our lives we do some mistake, and that was actually because of Krishna has ordered, he did. But here we do something wrong and we keep it on Krishna, that yeah, because I am a devotee, I do this, I can do this, I have the right.
Yes, very careful. Yes, extra careful we need to be, because two things: we are wearing this dress, and we are every time we are going out, what we should be. I mean, like you said, no, Srila Prabhupada wanted us to be do all the activities being conscious of Krishna, right? So that is, and we need to be extra careful whenever we are outside, because all of them are watching. Oh, this is the Krishna conscious devotee. So is he doing like this? Is performed. That's why Achar, Sadachar, all that comes into picture, Mataji, etiquette and so many other things. Yes, Asha Mataji is also lifted the hand. Is it?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
With this Vijayata Mataji question, recently I have heard one lecture. There it was saying that we all are sadhaka bhakta. We are in sadhaka mode. So Krishna will never order for us. Whatever we feel, Krishna will just bless. So we have to be blessed in the sense sanctions. Krishna will just sanction. So, for example, exalted devotees, pure devotees like Prabhupada, Krishna will order. Krishna will not order anything. Krishna will not tell us anything. So, we have to be very careful how we will utilize the free will to connect and be with Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Madhaji. That's why extra careful, extra guide. Why do we say always be under the guidance of a devotee? is to ensure that we run the right thing, have the right mood, and that way the progress can be faster, Mataji. Thank you for highlighting that, Mata. Over to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nice class, Prabhu. Thank you very much. So, Krishna never does any mistake, or Krishna does not have any defects.
Yes.
So, as you said rightly, the Supreme Lord himself has chosen the right people, virtuous people, to fight against the demonic. Here in the purport I went through,
Yes, Prabhu.
similarly, there were friends, parents, and preceptor also on both sides.
Yes. Prabhu.
So when we consider the both side, one side is preceptor from Pandavas and preceptors from Kauravas also.
Yes.
So when we see the dictionary meaning of preceptor, it is teacher or instructor. But the teachers or instructors in the Pandavas are Krishna conscious.
Yes.
Whereas the preceptors or instructors from Kaurava side, they are not Krishna consciousness. So that means materially, however, a person may be powerful.
Correct.
He may be very, very famous in this world, and he is being honored. And you know, I keep seeing in Andhra Pradesh, one person has got so many titles. Even government of Andhra Pradesh also has given some titles for this man. But he's not gentleman. He's not Krishna conscious,
Right.
and he is something else consciousness. That means Maya consciousness.
Okay.
So the Lord, even the Lord also told Yudhishthira Maharaj, you say that Ashwatthama got killed. But God, how can I do that? How can I lie? All my life, I followed the truthfulness. How can I give it up? Oh, Krishna, what are you saying? How is it possible for me to lie? Then Krishna looked at him. This is the problem with the jivas. And the Supreme Lord, the
God
Creator,
wants-
He wants you to do something, we must do it. Just
Yes.
like a traffic signal, though there is a red signal, sometimes the police says you move. That means the operator, the maintainer of the traffic signal is the police. He knows better than the signal. Signal is only machinery thing. So we should obey the police. Similarly, Krishna is the creator and he is the lawmaker for everybody, everything, for the whole cosmos. We should hear Krishna. So since Yudhishthira Maharaj, he took little back. So Krishna, anyway, he gave some edited version or modified version saying that you say, you loudly say
Say.
Ashwatthama and say very in a low voice,
No voice.
Kunjaraha, means an elephant by name
Elephant.
Ashwatthama got killed.
Got killed.
So that means Yudhishthira Maharaj still he thought, oh, I was distorting the truth. He felt like that. For that reason, this Yudhishthira Maharaj was supposed to glance the hellish planets. So that means Krishna is all in all. We must obey Krishna.
Yes.
And Krishna also appointed his representatives, pratinidhis. They are all acharyas, like Srila Prabhupada, our Guru Maharaj. And even Srila Prabhupada also appointed his representatives. And Guru Maharaj also has nominated, appointed his representatives.
Yes.
So we must give respect and we must follow their instructions. Either Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru. Guru is Guru only. We must follow. So I also keep seeing, observing in many yatras. Yatras means in many circles and many groups. When the leader says something to the subordinate, and she will not listen. No, I will do like this only, Prabhu. Like this only, Mataji. So this is what? Disrespecting, and from bottom to the top. This is what we have to practically, correct ourselves. Whatever our senior leader says, we must just follow it without any doubting, without asking questions. And because we have not done this, we are not progressing in our Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
This is the major stumbling block in our devotional service. We think everything I have connected with Krishna only. Now Krishna will take care. Yes, Krishna will take care, but not directly. We are not that much ISO purity. We do not have that standards. So we must obey the acharyas and his representatives, and we should simply follow it. Then Krishna is observing all of us. If this fellow is not following or obeying my devotees, how can he follow my directions? This is a very applicable application in our daily life. Okay, sorry to extend a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those valid points, Prabhu.
Okay, so I stop the recording. And
Yes.
if you have anybody has got any other questions or add-ons, you please go ahead. Then Vrajanath Prabhu, you can take over
Yes.
for winding up the session. Hare
Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for those valid points. I hope all of you have heard it. An extension of this class, these key, very, very important practical points for a devotee. So one is coming from the top, one is also following that, because that is the same way the parampara is going, right? It is our Guru Maharaj has simply accepted everything what Srila Prabhupada said. So that is the same way we are coming downwards. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
So, yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, I have a small doubt, Prabhuji. Mathurapati Prabhuji was saying that we have to simply follow the instructions of our seniors.
Yes.
Many times we fall in this pit, saying that we tend to ask questions. So, what is the only instruction that at the point of time that we have a doubt in our mind and what our Guru has instructed us to follow? How we actually have to execute? Like that, anything is there that in our mind is so many disturbances with this was told like this was told like that. Now we have Gurus in that moment. How we have to frame ourselves, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, thanks for asking this question. I'll make a attempt to answer you, Prabhu. First and foremost, Prabhu, whatever is in our mind is what our false ego is telling only, Prabhu. So anything which is in our mind is like, I want to, no, why will I do as per my leader? Because what is in our mind is, first of all, it's all false ego. And second, we need to understand that what our leader is telling is for our good, in the sense that he's understood the particular sadhaka, and based on his capacity, based on his previous interactions, the seva or the instructions or the advice would be given by the senior leader. The problem is, because we are so used to our free will, this is that old vasana which we are carrying, everything. Why should I listen to you? I think I am doing is right. That kind of. So here, whatever the leader is telling, first of all, will be from, what his leader would have told, and from the past experience, what is good for us only, they will be sharing it to us. But we are not in a mood to accept that, Prabhu. So that's because of our old habit that we want to do everything on our own, right? So sometimes it's best, if you still have some doubts, it's good to actually bounce back and ask the leader, how do you think it is going to, in a very humble mood, Prabhu, I feel like this. Do you think this is going to, my ideas are like this? And that way we can discuss it out and then come to a conclusion, right? So instead, we always think that what we said is right. So like I said, every time what your mind or immediately wants to tell, it is definitely is the false ego which is behind, right? So I hope I have answered you, and I will ask whether Mathurapati Prabhu whether what I said is correct.
Rightly said, very good. So we need to purify actually mind, intelligence, and ego.
Yes.
So by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, mind can be purified. And by reading Shastras, the intelligence can be purified. And by associating with the devotees and being humble with them, the
Yeah.
ego can be purified. Just like the false ego can become true ego. So these are the three things which I heard from seniors.
Yes, sir.
Has to be followed.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much.